fault. I try to avoid it as much as I can.
Yeah.
You take care.
Okay, take it easy.
Bye-bye. This is Talk 1570. Talk 1570, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Is this Neil that's on the radio all the time, man?
That's right.
Hi, brother. What's happening?
You got it. You know, this sounds like Dr. Rock.
Bingo.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, man, just out cruising. You know, Neil, I was out cruising the town, and there's some things that have been bugging me, and I listen to your show all the time, you understand?
All right.
And, I thought that I would give you a call, man, because things have been bugging me. I know this doesn't really kind of touch on the subject you cats have been talking about, but I think this needs to be brought up.
Okay, what's up, Doc?
The subject of cruising, baby.
Cruising?
Cruising.
All right, what about it?
Cruising, baby.
You've been out
What's
cruising?
happening is people fail to realize that cruising is an art. One doesn't just, simply jump in the car, man, and begin to cruise. We've discovered several cruising techniques while surveying popular cruising spots, baby. Places like the Sputnik Donut House in Bedford, Pennsylvania, man.
I hear you, Doctor.
Gopher Hill Theaters in Richmond, South Carolina is a neat cruising spot. Of course, none of us cats around here go those places because they're too far away. Can you dig that scene?
I can dig it, Doc.
All right.
I can dig
now,
it.
this is not given cruising, man. You got to know how to cruise. People who cruise fast are nitwits. You see, because the significant elements of cruising can't be fully experienced in a fast car. You know where I'm at?
I hear you.
Right. By driving slowly, the cruiser is able to see and be seen by the crowd and also his imaginary audience, man. He's got to have that, too. You know what I'm saying?
A good message, Doc.
Huh?
I said good message.
Dig it. If you have, what you have to do is you got to play loud music, man. That's where it's at. If you're out cruising. And don't cruise with the big cats, man, if you don't have a loud stereo in your car. A regular cruising stereo has at least 100 watts per channel and 8 sets of triaxial speakers in the car, man.
I'm still working on mine, Doc.
Huh?
I'm still working on mine.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I know, because you do dig on cruising. I know, I can dig that.
Hey, you better believe it.
Yeah, see, cruisers seem to be moving toward cassettes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the change came when our beloved president, who's no longer president no more, Bubba the Hubba, he was president of International Cruising in Ishpeming, Michigan, man. He was playing rock and roll station and then suddenly switched to soft rock. Well, man, within a second they had Neil Diamond on the box, right? And then Bubba's friends heard what was going on. He lost his presidency and was laughed off the boulevard, man. His cruising credibility was lost. And when you have, incidentally, by the way, when you have wood box speakers in the back window, that don't get it. The reason for that is that went out. That's out. That went out with Nixon, the click-clacks, and the Pinto. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying,
okay. This technique is difficult to master, but it's important, man, because you see, master cruisers nod their heads. You have to nod your head when you're cruising.
I'm a head nodder myself.
5 degrees forward, while slowly turning your head approximately 15 degrees to each side. You can always spot rookies as they eagerly turn their head 180 degrees, man, to catch all the sights, and sometimes their head falls off.
Right. Well, hey, about the wooden box speaker, what if you have a Chevy? I mean, it's kind of hard to avoid the look of the wooden box speaker in the back if you have a Chevy.
Well, when you have something like that, man, you get these cabinet things, because I think you have a dip in that, don't you, somewhere?
Yeah.
All right, well, you just lay those back there, man, with this one cat that I know cruises. He's got two 15-inch bass woofers in the back. Every time it hits a bass note, man, the back end goes up and comes back down again. It's a really wild thing to see. Can you dig it?
I can dig it, Doc. All right.
Nodding has become popular over the last 5 years. You see, it establishes an I'm cool enough to be checked out while I check you out, so keep checking me out attitude.
Hey, I like that.
Prices, so you might want to practice this thing. Also, don't smile, man. Don't smile when you're cruising, because you got to be cool. You want to smile, go on a joyride with Aunt Lily and Uncle Bartholomew, Jack, and go for a scenic drive, because you have to smile all you want, laugh and be joyous, but don't flatter yourself to thinking you're cruising, because you're not. And most cruisers cruise with 2 people. 3 is kind of acceptable. But when you get more than 3 people cruising your car, man, that's not cruising at all. It's just a car packed with people probably digging on Pee Wee Herman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard that. I dig it, Doc.
All right. Now, if you choose to cruise with 3 people, am I taking up too much time, man?
Oh, hey, no, you're good on the time. You got another, at least a good minute or so. Go ahead.
Well, I'll try and rush through. Okay.
Well, I'll give you 2 then. How about that? 2 more minutes.
You're tough. You're all right, man. By the way, if you choose to cruise with 3 people in proper etiquette as follows, man. If you have 3 cats in the car, 3 guys in the car, for those of you who are not used to the hip stuff, youngest rides in the back seat unless it's his car, then he has to ride the front seat. And then if you have 3 chicks, well, the one that's not too cool rides in the back seat, even if it's her car, man.
Right.
2 guys and a chick. Girl rides in the front, even if she's dating the driver, man. That's where it's all at. Can you dig that scene?
I sure can.
Finally, if especially for you younger cats who are, just kind of like coming up and you're out with your chick, like we'll say on a Friday or Saturday night, man. And unfortunately, Mom and Daddy want you to take along little brother. Well, the girls ride in the front, little brother rides in the trunk, preferably where you pack the spare tire.
Little brother in the trunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dig that.
I sure
back
can.
there with the woofer, you know what I mean? And, by the way, one thing is to have a clean ride, man. I mean, cruisers are insulted when they see cars that aren't clean, man. Because years ago, well, you're a little bit young for that when I was out cruising in my younger years. But years ago, if you didn't have mag wheels and pin stripping, you were just out of it. Now, the same applies to anyone too lazy to wash their car, man. A clean car is a medallion to the cruiser. And if you want to take the time to keep your car clean, decorated with paper and balloons, and join the parade, baby. That's where it's all at.
All right.
Kids on cruise, and I hope the cats can get into that kind of scene. You know what's that?
Well, we definitely do appreciate the tips on cruising, and I tell you what, I learned a couple myself there, Doc, that I didn't know, and I do appreciate it. I do appreciate getting a spoke on you, and I hope I get to hear from you again real soon with the latest cruising updates, all right?
Okay, little brother, keep up the good work, man.
You take care.
All right, bye.
Well, that was the Sultan of Coolness there, the Big Daddy, Dr. Rock himself, right here on Talk 1570 with the cruising update. We definitely appreciate getting a spoke on Dr. Rock. We hope to hear from him again real soon. This is Talk 1570. You're listening to Neil Hagan, the bad boy from Warren, in the air chair, keeping you company till 9 p.m. this evening.